Have you ever gone in the store or gone shopping somewhere, come out to your car and noticed a dent in it? Well, that's what happened here for our customer. He went indoors, came out, had a dent in the fender here of his Honda Civic. All right, so the damage here is about in the range of 5 to 6 inches. And we've got my heat gun running to continually keep this warm. Now, part of that is because of the severe damage here and through the body line, but also what you can see here on that right-hand side of the hammer is this has got a protective film on it. This is that, normal protective film that they put on vehicles now with your hoods and on the fenders for your rock chip guard. And we want to try and save from having the customer having to replace this. And there was a little bit of damage down into the bottom of the dent to that plastic film. So if the customer does decide to replace it at some time, he still could, and will have an excellent result with the damage. But in order to save that and save him some additional cost, we're trying to protect that as best we can. And with that, I'm using this rubber hammer with the rubber ball on the end, and that is helping me to knock down some of the crowns on here and minimize as much pushing as possible. Obviously, with a dent like this, there's just no way we're going to pop this out, especially with some of the crowns that were around it. And relieving that pressure will allow me to much better get behind it with some softer tools to push the dent out. Now with this dent, there was also some damage right along the bottom edge, below the body line. So in a minute here, we'll be pulling the edge of the fender wheel lip out a bit. And that edge was pushed in. We're trying to straighten that a bit. And the tool that I used here is from edgytools.com. I'll have a link for you down in the description if you want to look at these. These are their hooker tools, specially designed for paintless dent repair because we were able to use our special paintless dent repair slide hammer for this. And you can kind of see it just has this hook on it. We've got the edge protected with some special tape. That way we don't scar up the inside of the fender. And I place it just removing the plastic liner and getting this just right on that edge lip. And I want to just gently pull this out just a little bit at a time and working along this edge, probably about 5 inches of area here that was pushed in. Now that I've released some of that pressure along the top by knocking down, taking some of the pressure off this edge, I'm able to now go from inside and start pushing on the dent. I spent quite a bit of time loosening that up. Now I've got this PDR tool from A1 Tool, and I've got this special red cap that we use. Now this cap usually it's got a softer tip to it, and it's made specifically for some other tools, but I've applied it, put it on this tool here, and added some tape to hold it in place so I don't lose it. And then I go from the inside, loosen up that plastic liner, and then I can just make some very small light pushes, just slowly bringing up this damage. I don't want to make any sharp poke marks. I don't want to bring up any major high spots that I would have to knock down with a sharper tool, because with that, then that would cause more damage to this plastic film. Now, of course, if I was able to remove this plastic film and we weren't actually trying to save a little bit of money for the customer so you didn't have to replace it, I probably would have been able to repair this much faster and had a quicker result. Still going to have the same excellent quality, but it obviously wouldn't have taken me as long. You can see just down in the middle of that damage where that little bit of scarring is to the plastic film. That's actually not damage to the paint or any dent. Now with this, what I'm doing is just, from what you can see, I'm making small little pushes just down in each little individual low spot. And while I'm doing that, just moving a little bit of metal at a time. I don't want to make anything, any major pushes like I mentioned before that could cause more damage. I just want to slowly bring this up till I can get it flat. And like I said before, this is just a slow, tedious process. It's not a quick push or a quick fix type of thing. This type of repair could have taken probably several hours to do an excellent job. And here you can see what I did was move the light lower on the ground so I can get a different perspective with being able to see some more of these crowns and being able to see the dent and be able to push on the dent from a different angle to just continue to get up some of those low spots. Here you can see I've made some pretty good progress. There are some little highs. This dent was pretty tight and somewhat locked up even with taking some of that pressure off. Here I've switched to a different tip on my hammer. It's got a wider end, still a plastic tip, but it's going to allow me to knock down some of these little bit of high spots that I have a little bit better. Still try and blend some of this out some, take some of the pressure off. With this tool, it is making little, kind of little marks in that plastic film, but this film is a little bit of self-healing as long as you don't make any major damage to it. And with that and keeping the constant heat on it, it will restore itself. So I'm just trying to work with what I have the best I can to smooth this out. And like I said, this damage probably took several hours. Still going to just continue to work on it some more here, pushing it from the inside and then finish blending all of it out as best I can. Now, if you are in the Blaine, Minnesota area or surrounding community and you are looking for excellent results for your damage to your vehicle, whether you have a dent in a fender or any other type of damage, be sure to reach out to me here. Give me a call. I would love to help you out as best I can, save you from that body shop and that extra expense as much as we can. Be sure to give me a call. Phone number is 763-780-4000, or you can obviously visit my website at exceldentremoval.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.